I'd like to talk to you about the future now, and I'm going to do that by way of an imagined lecture given by an academic, Dr. Hornhon Hotototot PhD. And the subject is, I want to talk to you about the future with regards to a certain product, a product which no doubt all of you have at some point in your lives come into contact with, benefited from, or suffered by. So this lecture is going to be given in the year 2060 by Dr. Hornhon Hotototot PhD to a group of academics at the Royal Society. I'm going to be playing Dr. Hornhon PhD, and you're all going to be playing other academics. Clung film. A retrospective by Dr. Hornhon Hotototot PhD. Remembered fondly by some, in abhorrence by others, and not at all by many, particularly those in the so-called developing world, Clung film has always been a hot packaging potato. Today, with the last ever roll being used up by His Royal Highness Sheikh Mansour bin Zayed Al Nahyan, UAE Royal and one-time owner of Manchester City Football Club, to cover up a portion of egg salad left over from his lunch, I deem it worthwhile taking stock, looking back over a rich history which has seen film cling to a plethora of items as diverse as the rainforest used to be before most of it was cleared in a desperate effort to search for raw materials with which to make more Clung film. My first encounter with the transparent plastic sheeting came in the year 2003, when I was just a boy. Nevertheless, my memory of the occasion remains as clear to me today as the lens of a horse's eye. I was in the kitchen with my mother, Isabella Garugagu Hornhon Hotototot PhD, as she had just opened a packet of Pilgrim's Choice cheddar. Although not a pilgrim herself, she always greatly admired their gumption. Back in those days, the cheeses did not come with a Ziploc bag-style sealing mechanism, and instead, awkwardly, one had to fold the wrapper back under the cheese itself, the weight of which alone would prevent air from entering the enclosure and soiling the product. However, on this occasion, to my great infantile surprise, rather than perform the aforementioned action, my mother opened a drawer, which I still contend to this day of never having seen once before in the previous 3 years of my existence, and removed from it an oblong cardboard box, about 30 centimeters in length, and pulled from it an invisible blanket, seemingly stronger than the skin of a bubble bath bubble, and lighter too. The blanket streamed forth from the box in a steady flow which could seemingly have gone on ad infinitum had my mother not swiftly and with great rigor swept her hand downwards, severing the material from its housing in one clean cut. There followed a rather comical interlude, during which she attempted to extricate her arm from the film's inanimate embrace. But 8 minutes later, the tussle over, the cheese enveloped. Staring at it then, with eyes wide as a horse's hips, I became skeptical of the transparent encasement's existence, and it was not until I held the block in my hand, tilted it in such a way as to bounce light off of its cellophonous surface, that I became confident once again of this most curiously clinging film. Today then, as we wave goodbye to a golden age in perishables preservation, the question must be asked. In this post-applicational era, I made us to say post-apocalyptic there. I hope we are not quite there yet. In this post-applicational era, how can we preserve those items that we hold dear? Our closed cup mushrooms, for example. Our freight pallet crates. Our ash. Answers on the back of a postcard, please. Thank you very much.